There's a parade in Fort Smith tonight for Jaylin Williams and Isaiah Joe after winning the World Championship in the NBA. Congrats to them. We're going to talk to Jaylin momentarily. The parade's going to begin at 6th and Garrison and end at 10th and Garrison, and the street will close at 5. They're having a celebration before that in the Bakery District Event Hub, Garrison Avenue, Parade Route, all that area. It starts at 4 o'clock today. Big party from 4 to 8 for the Thunder winning the championship.
They're going to have a big time in Fort Smith today. And, there's camps going on, too. Jalen's going to have a camp in Fort Smith tomorrow and then Saturday in Springdale. 6 to 9, or ages 6 to 9 from 9 to noon, little kids, and then 10 to 14-year-olds from 1 to 4.
Yeah.
And
so North side tomorrow.
North side tomorrow, Springdale High School Saturday.
And go to the Jaylin Williams Basketball Camp Facebook page. You can register there. Jaylin, good morning. Thanks for hopping on the show with us. Congratulations, man.
Hey, what's up? Thank you. I'm glad to be able to talk to y'all.
Well, it's great to have you back home for a minute. And as you know, everybody that's watched you grow up and then watched you as a Razorback, following your career. I mean, is this a little bit surreal right now as you sit back for a moment and take a little bit of it in?
Man, honestly, like it is. It's crazy. I think just thinking about it has been crazy. But I think when I'm in the moment of this parade, like I think I'm gonna be just mind blown. And of course, we had the parade in Oklahoma, and it was incredible. But being able to have a parade and a celebration in my hometown, like the city I grew up in, and like seeing so many people that I've grown up with and I've seen my whole life excited for something for our city to do, like there's no words, honestly.
Jaylin, we watched you when you were here, obviously, grow your relationship with the fans. Fans loved you. That's what I'm trying to say. It's the same thing in Oklahoma City, it seems like. What's it been like for you to be adopted by Oklahoma City and treated by their fans similarly to what you were at Arkansas?
Yeah, it's amazing. I think that we have the best fans in the world, and of course, there's no closer team to Arkansas, and it really shows. And the fans in Oklahoma have been incredible. They've always been so nice. They treat all of the players like family. And I always tell this story. My first house that I moved into when I got to Oklahoma was in a retirement neighborhood. So all of my neighbors are like 70,
That's awesome.
60, 70, 80 years old. And as soon as I moved in, like everybody started calling me the neighborhood grandchild. And like I had ladies bringing me cookies every other week.
Oh, that's perfect for you.
It was just super sweet. And the fans in Oklahoma have always been super sweet, super kind to myself and my whole family.
I see you're working out some at the basketball facility. Some guys just don't forget where they're from. You, Isaiah Joe, and this parade you're going to have. What's it like to have played at Arkansas, be loved as a Razorback? I think you probably took another charge in somebody's mind about 5 minutes ago. I mean, you're always just a hard worker. Chuck mentioned the fans loved you, fan favorite. But to be able to come back to that, what's that mean to you guys?
Yeah, it means the world. This is my first time actually working out here for a good amount of time since I've left to play in the NBA, and honestly, it's been a great month. I've had a lot of friends and family down. I've been able to see my family, go out, eat with them. Just working out in an area that I feel comfortable has been incredible. When I look at it, I always say like I kind of keep track of like the recruiting and see what guys come to Arkansas and basketball, football, and all this. And I always talk to my homeboys about it. And I say, like, as an Arkansas guy, I don't see why you would ever go somewhere else when it's the possibility to get the love and the support that you do from Arkansas if you stay home. And being here has made me realize why I always love it, and I always will come back.
Jaylin, tell us about life in the NBA. And I wonder what you've learned in a short amount of time about what it takes to stick, not just make a roster, but stick. What have you learned so far?
Yeah, everybody in the NBA is a great player. Like the best player to the worst player in the NBA they're great players. The worst player in the NBA, whoever it is, would dominate on the college level or would dominate on the high school level or the AAU, whatever it is. And guys are so good in the NBA, you have to find ways to stick out, to be better than somebody else that aren't basketball. And if it comes down, if you have two guys that have the same exact skills and that are same height and same athletic ability, it comes down to who's the better teammate or who's on time more often or who's in the gym more often. It comes down to those small things. And I've kind of just learned throughout my 3 years that you got to be a pro, and you got to be a pro in every aspect of life, of being on time or being there for your workout or being there for your teammates, being a great guy around the coaches or a great guy around the community. And to be a pro in basketball, to be a pro in the sport, you have to be a pro in life.
What was it like defending Jokic, man? I got to ask you about that.
Yeah, he's a great player, and
you did a pretty good job against him.
Yeah, I did what I could, but he's a great player, of course, and he had great games, and he's won multiple MVPs for a reason, and he's one of the best to play in the NBA, best to play basketball, and he's a great player, but I love competition, so when I went out there, I was just trying to make it as hard as I could for him.
Jaylin Williams with us, just won the World Championship, the Larry O'Brien Trophy, Oklahoma City Thunder, teammate from high school, Isaiah Joe, former Razorback teammate. I mean, what a fun story, but just for you, man, like to finish that off, I mean, so many guys have Hall of Fame careers. I think of a guy like Charles Barkley, never got to have that moment. I mean, we talked about it being surreal, but what were the moments afterwards like, having the win in your belt, knowing that you got it done?
Yeah, it was crazy. You always hear, like, as a basketball player, of course, you grow up dreaming of playing in the NBA Finals, and you hear all these stories about what it's like when the confetti comes down, and what the champagne party's like when you go back to the locker room, or what the parade is like. And my standard or my expectation for all of that was so high, and it got blown through the roof. And just being able to experience that with my family and the people I love, and seeing my dad at the back of the parade bus just recording everything, and then I had my homeboys on the bus, and they're just like hyping up random people in the crowd, and it's just I don't know, just being able to experience that with my family. Like, I don't think there will be anything that'll top that anytime soon, and it makes you want to do it again. It makes you want to do it again.
Well, next time, hopefully, they won't give you a second-rate beer in the locker room, and then you have to ask where the tequila is. Hey, I got a recommendation for you. Flight by Yingling. Tastes like a Yingling, but it's only 95 calories. Yeah. It doesn't taste like that trash they were trying to get you to drink in the locker room.
That's funny.
Did you ever find the tequila?
Yeah, I did. I definitely did. I definitely did. But that was my first beer ever. I promised two of my teammates that if we won, that I would chug a beer with them, and of course I did. And that was my first beer ever.
The look on your face was priceless.
I think the only time I'll ever drink beer is if I win another championship. But I definitely found a lot of tequila. I got a lot of tequila companies sent me some tequila.
I was going to say.
I have my fair share of it.
I bet they did. Well, that's some adult conversation.
Yeah,
now to the kid conversation to wrap this up.
Yeah, I want to ask you about your camp, Jaylin. I'll tell you what stuck out to me when I looked at the flyer, jumped out at me, $25. You're not doing this to get rich. I mean, you're not doing this to make a haul. You're doing this for the kids in Fort Smith and Springdale. I just think that's admirable. And kind of tell us what it's going to be like for these kids. What kind of day you've got in store for them?
Yeah, and first I want to start with this. The camp would be free. Like, it was free last year, and I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this. So, Jenny, if you're listening, I'm not supposed to say this. I'm sorry. But it was free last year. And last year the camp sold out in like 50 seconds, right? And there's 75 spots per camp. And we get to the week of the camp, and there's 5 to 10 people not showing up at the camp. And luckily that there was extra people that showed up, and like we're just being nice and we let them in. But we get there's a lot of people that want to get into the camp, and when it comes to the camp and we email the people and we're like, are y'all coming or not? And they respond and say, sorry, we went on vacation. We had to put something on it so where if people can't show up, they email us to get their money back. And $25 ended up being that, and we gave spots to where there's maybe 25 spots per camp where we pick people in the less fortunate areas where they're able to come to the camp. So I wish it could be free, but for it to be the best camp it could possibly be, we had to put a little something on it. But for me, the camp. So I don't know if y'all remember or not. I don't know how long ago this was for y'all, but when you go back to school and when you're in elementary or junior high or whatever age it is, the first thing that I always remember was my teachers always asked me, always asked the class, like, what was your favorite thing you did this summer? And I was talking to my girlfriend, and I was saying, like, when these kids go back to school after this summer's over, like, I want at least half of these kids to be able to say, like, I went to the Jaylin Williams camp, and it was a blast. And a kid isn't going to get 10 times better in a day. So when they go to these camps, I want them to have fun. I want them to have opportunities that they love. I want them to be around an NBA player and share that experience and just have fun. Honestly, just have fun. And I know it's only a 3-hour camp, but I want them to be able to talk about it for the rest of the day. So
they're going to talk about it. They're going to talk about it for the rest of their lives, man. Listen, the impact you're having is tremendous, and we applaud you guys for that. I love that you're coming back doing this. I love you're coming back to celebrate with the people you grew up with. You're a great Razorback, a great dude, and we loved having you on today, man.
Thank you,
we wish you and by the way, congrats on your new contract.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
All right, Jaylin. We'll talk again. Yeah, man. Anytime. Thank you for hopping on.
Yeah.
All right, man. So the parade's tonight in Fort Smith. Just let me know where we are on time here. The parade's tonight in Fort Smith at 6 o'clock. They're going to shut the streets down at 5 down there in Fort Smith at Garrison Avenue and 6th and Garrison, and then it'll end at 10th and Garrison. Isaiah Joe and Jaylin Williams. And then Jaylin's got his basketball camps tomorrow morning at Northside and then Springdale on Saturday. Go to their Facebook page, Jaylin Williams Basketball Camps Facebook page. I don't know if you can still get in, but you can find out there, or you could register for next year.